Some of you may have had the opportunity to hire a new employee or to recruit someone for your project team. And if you're a keen observer of human behavior, you might have noticed that trying to really get to know a candidate in a selective interview setting is like trying to get to know a gladiator in the arena. The performer you see is not who they are. That's just someone who was forced out of their natural element and put in a position where they now have to fend for themselves and fight to survive. Even if they block every blow and land every strike, they know in their hearts that their fate will be sealed not by their own merit, but by the whim of an almighty Caesar, watching safely from the top of the stands and basing his judgment on trivial things like the color of the shield they didn't get to choose, the way they screamed when they got hit by their opponents, or worse yet, the reputation of the house that made them a slave. So what hope is there? To really engage in open conversation with the skilled farmer, the faithful husband, the playful father, who is now kneeling behind a broken shield, covered in blood, sweat, and tears. I realize that most career professionals don't think about interviews as deeply as I do. That's precisely my point of difference. I don't think like everyone else, so I'm counting on it. Then again, that is also the reason why I suck at job interviews. It's because I know that the safest answer to any question is the one that has been previously rehearsed. And when I'm the one hiring, and someone gives me a canned answer to one of my questions, I can't shake the feeling that they're either not being honest with me or taking me for a fool. After reviewing 100 CVs, if I happen to bring someone in, it's because I'm already convinced that they have the skills to do the job. What I'll be trying to figure out at that stage is whether I can trust them. And while I appreciate the tremendous skill it takes to memorize highly elaborate answers to dozens of potential interview questions exactly as prescribed by every major career blog or career advisor out there, I would much rather work with someone who has the life experience and the strength of character to represent themselves as who they are, and not as who some blogger told them to be. I want to make it clear that I understand that being on the other side of that uncomfortable desk is also quite stressful. If you're a hiring manager, you have from 45 minutes to an hour to potentially choose someone that you're going to work very closely with for up to 9 hours a day, 5 days a week. When you put that in perspective, that's probably longer than you spend with your spouse and children, the people you love, and you don't even have to pay them. But make no mistake, if you are the employer, you not only have the upper hand, you have all the cards. If you happen to be trying to break into that winning project team, or worse yet, looking for a job, you have my deepest sympathies, because the deck really is stacked against you. I can only hope that one day you're in a position to recruit somebody. And maybe then you'll remember what it was like to be in their shoes. On the other hand, if you happen to be hiring, it might serve you well to show your cards at the beginning, so that you can establish an open and honest conversation from the start. And unless you're hiring an actor, perhaps you should base your judgment on the character of the candidate, not on the character they're playing, or worse yet, their ability to memorize a speech. Because that is not your job as a hiring manager. That is the job of a Toastmasters evaluator.